So I knew that it was coming. I've done everything that I've come to do. So I was crushed for about two years.
Well, it's not your game. You didn't make the rules, so everything comes hard. As long as you're signed to a contract, you're gonna take a minority share of the winnings. A select few of us will do well, the majority will not.
What really happened to Tyka Nelson, the beloved sister of music legend Prince? Why did her life end so mysteriously, just as whispers of her brother's untimely death gained traction?
The person that used to do business with them is no longer with them because he no longer wanted to do business with Jay-Z and Diddy.
Is it all a coincidence? Or do powerful music giants like Jay-Z and Clive Davis have a hand in the shadows, pulling strings to hide dark secrets about Prince's legacy?
Why do y'all think Prince changed his name to a symbol so they couldn't own the rights to what he did? It was the smartest thing ever. Everybody thought he was crazy. No.
From the controversial moments leading up to Tyka's death to explosive claims about Prince's feud with Jay-Z, let's dive into this deep mystery that's shaking the music world to its core. Jaguar Wright, known for her unfiltered take on the industry, has cast an accusatory spotlight on some of music's most influential names, Jay-Z and Clive Davis. But this time, she's not just talking about any artist. She's talking about Tyka Nelson, the only full sibling of Prince, who tragically passed away. And with her death comes a wave of questions and suspicions, particularly about why it happened now.
Prince defied the odds. A black teen from Minneapolis with a goal to electrify the world. He had the courage to be different.
Tyka Nelson, Prince's younger sister, wasn't just family. She was his closest confidant. Imagine growing up in a home where music was like the family language. Their dad, John L. Nelson, was a jazz musician, and their mom, Maddie Shaw, sang too. So Tyka and Prince practically had music in their DNA. But unlike her brother, Tyka's life would end up being anything but glamorous. She faced serious struggles, from career letdowns to battles with addiction. And even though she was always overshadowed by Prince, she stayed close to him and even tried to make her own way in music. Though it was clear that fame hit the family lottery with him. So here's how it all went down. Tyka released her first album, Royal Blue, back in 1988, hoping to step out of Prince's shadow and make her own name. But the world wasn't exactly waiting for a second Nelson sibling to blow up the charts. Tyka's music didn't exactly take off, but that didn't stop her from trying to carve out a spot for herself.
Did you catch Jaguar Wright's latest revelations on Piers Morgan Uncensored? If not, you're in for a ride, because her statements have sent shockwaves through the music industry. Jaguar Wright, known for her soulful voice and bold critiques of entertainment giants, didn't mince words as she took aim at none other than Jay-Z and Beyoncé. The allegations she made were nothing short of explosive. Wright suggested that iconic power couple might have ties to some troubling elements in the industry. Even more shocking, she hinted at their possible connection to the tragedies surrounding legends like Aaliyah and Michael Jackson. According to her, she has witnesses who are ready to support these claims.
Like her issues with addiction, it was no secret, but it also wasn't a headline that followed her around. Instead, Tyka kept quietly trying to keep her life and music career on track, staying out of the limelight. But everything changed when Prince passed away suddenly in 2016. With his shocking death came a whole new wave of attention on Tyka, who suddenly became the main point of contact for his legacy. Prince didn't leave a will, which meant a lot of legal drama. But Tyka took it on herself to step up, hoping to make sure her brother's memory was protected. She pushed to turn Paisley Park, his famous home and studio, into a museum. While some family members thought it was too soon or too businessy, Tyka felt it was the only way to honor Prince's work and give his fans a place to remember him.
He's not here physically, but through Paisley Park and his music, he'll live on forever.
Still, this commitment wasn't easy. Tyka had to face off with industry bigwigs who wanted a piece of Prince's pie. She started getting pushback from people who didn't exactly see eye to eye with her on how Prince's memory should be handled.
I had been preparing for 2 years, so I knew that it was coming.
And it wasn't just about Paisley Park. The people in charge of Prince's estate, his money, and his music catalog weren't always willing to let Tyka call the shots. She faced constant pressure, and as musician Jaguar Wright once hinted, going up against industry giants can be dangerous. They're used to controlling artists' legacies and making money off them. No one likes it when a family member steps in and insists things go a different way. In fact, Jaguar Wright has pointed out that Hollywood and the music industry aren't kind to anyone who tries to hold on to an artist's legacy if it gets in the way of business. For Tyka, trying to preserve what Prince stood for meant she was suddenly in the middle of some very powerful people who weren't thrilled with her choices. She became the gatekeeper of Prince's legacy, and it's rumored that she had more than one heated conversation with executives who wanted to profit off Prince's work in ways that went against his wishes. Ultimately, Tyka's commitment to preserving Prince's legacy may have even isolated her a bit. Some people close to her said she was relentless and wouldn't back down, even when things got ugly. And while she never had the fame or success her brother did, Tyka became almost as important in the Prince story as he was. She was the one protecting his memory, dealing with all the behind-the-scenes drama, and pushing back against anyone who wanted to exploit him. It wasn't an easy job. In fact, it was more like an uphill battle. Family disagreements, industry giants pushing her around, and media scrutiny.
Let's unpack this bombshell. Jaguar Wright didn't hold back in her criticism, calling Jay-Z a monster and even drawing parallels between him and Diddy, who, as you might know, is currently embroiled in serious legal controversies. According to Wright, the stories she's been hearing about Jay-Z from her sources are just as disturbing as the allegations surrounding Diddy.
Were there, and he was not there at the houses. And he was quiet.
That was the worst part of that.
To see his sons being
How
hacked.
do you force your kids to do your perp walk? That was the worst part, and all I could think about was Kim and Misa.
The girls.
Just her son. He left their son to be walked out backwards on camera for the world to see. Thank God Kimura got the girls. Misa's son. Misa and Wolf's son.
Man.
And Quincy's missing.
Quincy's missing. Oh. And lastly.
After he was questioned by the feds.
After.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was in witness protection right now. Which means his father ain't ever gonna see him again.
Have we seen the last, or is this just the beginning of that saga?
It's just getting started.
Oof.
Which is why I think people are so uncomfortable about me being in this position right now because of my press pass and because I'm going to be in the courtroom for the Keffe D trial. If we get to the bottom of Tupac's when that is finally revealed, 15 other will be revealed with it. And you will find that they were all committed by the same two people, father and son.
Were you surprised by Keffe D's arrest for Tupac?
No. I'm just surprised that he hasn't given it up yet. I'm surprised that he hasn't gone to the feds yet because he just got stabbed in jail.
Yes, he did.
He's been beaten 3 times. And I'm going to say it for a fact. I know you the one pulling the strings. Reggie Wright Jr. Stop putting your dirty work on other people. You know exactly what you are. And so help me God if you don't keep my name out your mouth.
She took aim at Jay-Z's silence on Diddy's situation, accusing him of being the type to ignite chaos and then step back while others deal with the fallout. Her words paint a damning picture, and if true, they shed a harsh light on some of the most powerful figures in the music world.
You talk about Bad Boy. You speak on Heavy D. You speak on Albie Shore.
Yeah.
And you say like, look who's standing. And now Albie Shore is now, he's being cryptic. Not too cryptic, but he's
very cryptic.
He's very cryptic. But
he's speaking louder than he's ever spoken before.
Ever.
And the reason why he's cryptic is for the sake of his son. Imagine having an enemy that has a position of influence in your child's life and knowing that that person sends you notes and messages every now and then. If you don't do this, if you don't do that, that boy is allegedly. Imagine that. Imagine that your baby mama is telling you that if you don't do what he wants you to do, he's going to have a child. And you know he's capable of it. Allegedly. Story in the Bible. 2 women had 2 babies. One woman went to sleep, rolled over on her baby. The other woman's baby was just fine. The woman whose baby, she got up, she went and stole the baby from her roommate. Then they fought over who the mother was. They went before the king, King Solomon. He heard both sides of the story and said, give me a knife. Give me a sword. He got the sword and he was like, I'm going to cut the baby in half and each of you can have a piece and then we'll be done with it. It was the real mother that said, don't harm that baby. She can have him.
Wow.
Why is nobody willing to accept, as monstrous as people are finding out that Diddy is now, that he wouldn't be willing to split Quincy in half? Because he would.
Yeah, he said some years ago, like during a TV show, that he would like harm his own mother to get what he wanted, or something along those lines. So,
well, I don't blame him for wanting to harm that. She's his victimizer and his pimp. She is first pimp.
Oh. Okay. You know, your Bible story, I have to just sidetrack real quick and ask you this question, or get your thoughts on it. There's a man who recently married conjoined twins, and he's only marrying one of them.
Things get even more intense as Wright claims she has witnesses ready to testify against Jay-Z. While she didn't reveal names or evidence, her words suggest these aren't minor accusations. If proven true, they could shatter the polished image Jay-Z and Beyoncé have crafted over the years.
Okay.
But all the freak-off alleged participants was there. You know what I'm saying? All the alleged undercover home niggas and women were there. You know what I'm saying? So he felt at home to make that move.
Do you feel like Ja Rule was part of that? Do you know personally know Ja Rule?
Yeah, I know Ja.
Do you feel like he on that type of time?
I never seen him do anything for me to say that he's on that type of time.
Okay, got you. Yeah, Ja Rule seemed cool, man. I had him on the show and all that, man. But when that news came out, I'm like, damn, bro. I hope the homie ain't switch sides on us or nothing.
Well, what news?
What's that?
What news are you referring to?
Well, basically, those claims that Gene Deal put out there, man, about them being in the room together.
Oh, come on, when Gene Deal was guarding the freak door.
Exactly.
And Ja cousin tried to come and go in, and he's like, "Nah, nigga, it's the freak door. You can't go in." You heard him say, "There's some real freaky shit going on there." But just because Ja Diddy. Because I think they said Ja Diddy and 2 chicks was in the room. You know what I'm saying? So that they could have just been, I don't know what they could have been doing, but he didn't insinuate that Diddy and Ja was doing anything. He kind of made it seem like they was in there popping off with some chicks.
Okay.
So I'm not going to try to throw Ja in that mix. Now, if it was all niggas in there, then you know what I'm saying. But for me, I'm gonna give Ja the benefit of the doubt. because he said it was. They had some. I think he named who was in there, but I just can't remember. But I know it was like 2 women. It wasn't a bunch of dudes.
Like the part that's a lot of people are leaving out, that it was 2 women in there. It wasn't just them 2 in there, you know.
Yeah.
Doing strange things. You mentioned in one of your interviews that you feel like your career was kind of hindered because you didn't give in to zesty activities.
That's a fact.
Were you being pressured by like higher ups to kind of, you know, do weird things, or why do you feel that way?
Conspiracy theories about the Carters aren't new. Rumors of Illuminati teas and shady industry tactics have swirled for years. But Jaguar Wright's claims take it further, hinting at something far darker than mere power plays or backstage drama.
This situation has escalated since Diddy's arrest, during which he has faced numerous lawsuits from individuals who claim he misconducted them. As these legal battles unfold, troubling allegations have surfaced, indicating that his well-known friends may have been aware of Diddy's actions, often referred to as his freak-offs. These friends are now seemingly scrambling to delete any evidence that might implicate them. During an interview with the Law and Crime Network, Busby expressed his strong belief that many of these celebrity associates are indeed scrubbing their social media.
We also have collected pictures, videos, texts. We check venues, we check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit.
He noted that they might be searching through their memories and deleting texts, photos, and any other information that could connect them to Diddy's legal issues. Busby stated, "I have no doubt that there are people right now who know that they were somehow involved in this." He warned that although this process of uncovering the truth will take time, they are just beginning to scratch the surface of the situation. Busby highlighted the difficulties victims face when coming forward about their experiences. He emphasized the importance of resolving these matters without public lawsuits, as it is often in the best interest of the victims.
If you're out there and you have been victimized, you are not alone. There is a great strength in numbers. You can seek redress. You can obtain justice. We can help you, and we will help you.
To that end, Busby has already managed to settle cases with several individuals, many of whom are known figures in the entertainment industry. He also made a public appeal for other victims of Diddy to come forward.
Wright's claims also touch on Aaliyah and Michael Jackson, icons beloved by millions. Aaliyah, the R&B princess, lost her life in a tragic plane crash, while Michael Jackson, the king of pop, passed under mysterious circumstances.
By the hip, and they both share the same bottom parts. Is there anything that you feel wrong with that? Freaky or indifferent?
I mean, question is, what's wrong with the bitches down with it?
It does raise questions.
Like, you forcing your sister to get raped so you can get off.
Well, the sister says she has to put on headphones to kind of zone out.
Yeah, but she's still feeling it.
Yeah, man. That is still happening.
You forcing your sister to get raped.
Yeah.
She don't want that nigga. you want that nigga. That's what I hear. As a selfish bitch.
So right.
She's over there with her headphones on. La 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 la. What kind of wants to be in those kind of conditions? I'm only in love with the right side of you. The left side. I don't know who that bitch is. She can get this too. Like, that's how this sounds.
Crazy. That's wild.
I don't know. Am I sounding crazy?
No, you're right. You're making some points. Valid points.
Everybody selfish except for the bitch with the headphones. The thing that's tripping me out is, why don't you grab, like, are you in control of any part of the body? Like, you need to take a free hand and start beating the out of them every time they get the. I bet you he don't want it no more than. Like, give you a little skillet, and as soon as they get the fuck, Hey, headphone, bitch, get a pan. Like, I don't. Fucking la.
We hope she finds a man herself. We hope she finds a man
I
herself.
so can. Wild in this world, yo.
It's funny when you open up Beyonce's internet, it just gets weird.
Beyonce's internet.
That's what we're calling
That
it.
belongs to the devil. Unless you calling that the devil, she ain't nothing but an employee.
Oh.
And half a witch dumbass bitch.
So
Wright didn't hold back, calling Jay-Z and Beyonce a nasty little couple. Her words directly challenged the flawless image the Carters have built, their music, wealth, influence, and family. If even a fraction of her claims are true, they hint at a much darker side to their success.
I think
She went and killed the girl Cats.
Okay.
A girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. She was drugged. Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her and shit while she was asleep. You know, snacking on his bitch, killing people cats. And guess what? They wouldn't give her the restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too. Which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician. And she was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough because she just started all the girls. Impulse control issues? I don't know.
What makes you so vocal? Like,
I'm tired.
so you just
I just want to skip to the end. All this shit is fucked up. All you niggas is weird. Go to fuck to jail and let's move on and let Generation Z make their own problems, make their own choices. These kids are living the consequences of what Gen X did and don't even know why they're doing it because everyone's lying.
So
corporate Takeoff's death wasn't nothing but a corporate hostile takeover using his life as the god. Oh my God.
Man, R.I.P. Takeoff.
Yeah, that's been a recurring theme. So got one right now too, matter of fact.
Damn. What's the going rate right now?
Well, I'll send you a video.
Damn, okay. Shit.
In this situation, they have 50 on me.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, damn.
50 ball. Yeah, damn. That's a nigga. What?
They have 50 on me. They have 50 on me, bro.
And if you don't mind, while you put it up, can you speak on why? I mean, I know you're about to send it, but for what reason? Is it something you said, something you done, a female you protected? Maybe it went too far.
Right. So like I had referenced earlier, like my main business model is protecting females who got the proper resources. So these guys had hold on, I'm gonna send you that video. Oh yeah, let me get that right now before I forget. So matter of fact, let me just do this before I start because this is a dark topic right now. Fuck. Need to see some strippers or something, bro. Trying to get interested. Oh, okay, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Joker, coming to you right now. Oh.
Yeah, so this is what you did to a young man.
Yeah. So that's when I had 50 on me. Yeah, I had to shoot through the door. And like the dude who said call 911, he got hit in the neck, hit an artery, shot blood all through the ceiling on the porch, everywhere.
It's important to note that these are still just allegations. As of now, neither Jay-Z nor Beyoncé have addressed Wright's claims, and given their history, they may remain silent. Their usual approach to controversy is to let their silence speak for them.
In New York, as many of you know, our law firm has been at the forefront of some of the most important litigation in the United States. We like the tough cases. We thrive in the complicated cases. Conduct we will describe today occurred over more than 20 years, and we're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices. We will expose the enablers who enabled this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter, no matter who the evidence implicates.
The entertainment industry is cooked. Can you imagine how many other famous people and big executives are probably involved in this?
These brave victims who have stepped forward deserve nothing less. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed. The wall of silence has now been broken and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us, people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. We now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs.
So they said they vetted. That's what cut out right there, but they were vetted. 120 people.
Claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. We also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI. That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts, we check venues, we check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit. We have on staff now a former detective from the Major Offenders Unit of Houston Police Department who is helping us vet each claim. We're using our common sense. We're being stringent because, as I said, these are not easy cases. They're very tough. The process is hard, and in some cases, the process is very lengthy. These cases are hard to prove. Many times, it's the victim's word against the alleged perpetrator. Each of these victims will no doubt be publicly attacked by the alleged perpetrators, and in some cases, the general public. The feckless and cowardly keyboard warriors love to attack. We know what we're up against.
Wait, is there anyone in support of Diddy? Is that a thing? Does Diddy actually have diehard fans that aren't like shitting on him right now? I've literally never seen a single one. Everyone's just like, yeah, this guy's psycho.
As I said, our law firms have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. It is evenly divided between males and females. There are 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia, and Florida.
This guy's a menace.
I want to focus on the ages of these victims. When we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old.
Okay, I didn't know about that. I thought what?
Wright's accusations are gaining traction online, sparking debates among fans and critics. Some dismiss her as seeking attention, while others believe she's finally exposing what many have suspected for years. If you're asking about standing out, like showing up to a play, it's about making an impact, whether through your presence, appearance, or knowledge. Just like those who make bold moves in the entertainment world. And